floor is yours.
We're winning it all, isn't it? And I'm here for it.
Yes, people, big up yourselves. Make sure you smash the like button on entry. Much appreciated. Monts will be here after he's wiped away his 3 tears, because in 3 matches, Liverpool have failed to beat Manchester United. And then Traps will be here in due time, who is absolutely excited and asked to come on. That's what I like to hear. When people watch that, do you have a space for me? I'm like, of course I do, man. Of course I do. But other than that, look, Deji, respectfully, gotta get down there still. But now, you know what you won today. You know what? You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Who better than a panel? Obviously, with Deji, Lee, myself, and Monts every Sunday. But how can we not get one of the Coppish boys on? How can we not? Matt's ran away because priorities and stuff. I'm pretty sure he does. To be fair, Matt's a good guy. I spoke to him earlier, and yeah, just run it up. And then, can we just say one thing quickly? Is anyone surprised, just as a disclaimer, that Chelsea absolutely actually fuffed their crap against the bottom of the league? Is anyone surprised? Just to get that out of the way? No? Cal? No? Lee?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I can't talk about Chelsea, bro. They're just pathetic. They're actually pathetic.
Honestly, Chelsea, I know we're gonna obviously dive straight into the Liverpool game, Man United game, but just to get the Chelsea part out of the way, man, I don't know how you drop that against Man United, last minute winners, all of that, just to go draw against another bottom side team. It's mental, literally terrorist football over and over there. Enzo Fernandez is literally a scam artist, bruv. Can't even drop it against Hamer and them, man. It's ridiculous, but yeah, man, Chelsea, you're crap. We're going to be talking about thoughts as well. I'm going to be honest. We'll be honest here. Cal hasn't actually watched the game, just some highlights. So, but it's not the point. The point is that they're not top of the league anymore. Lee, since you're top of the league, you might as well just take it away, my G, man. Because these are going to be making all the excuses as soon as possible. Well, maybe not Cal, but we'll try.
Listen, I knew Liverpool wouldn't win this weekend, but it was only 7 days ago that everybody was complaining that we play boring football and we should have went for the attack on Man City. And I kept trying to say, I believe my manager thinks that Liverpool are going to drop points. I really said it. I believed it. And I feel like Liverpool, every time they've been in the title race, we know how it's ended for them. And I just feel like I don't trust them. I don't trust them to get to where they need to go to. So, yeah, man, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that Liverpool didn't win today. I feel like they should have won. They had more than enough. I say they had more than enough chances. I feel like they had a fair few half chances. But listen, man, when you're comparing players to their legendary captain, who honestly look no better than, I keep saying it, Morten Gamst Pedersen or Kevin Nolan, he's horrible.
I think you're doing them a service though, D, bro. You said Morten Gamst Pedersen. He could actually get the ball past the first man.
Listen, there you go. When you've got players in that squad, and people, I'm not really kind of doing the whole banter thing. I'm actually going to try and do the whole football thing today. I'm actually going to try and come with a bit more substance. I really just don't understand where Liverpool get off thinking that they're this superior team, but they've done well. So I feel like you kind of got to give them a little bit of credit. But boy, it's going to be close. It's going to be tight, and I'm proud of my boys, man. I'm proud of my boys. I think what we've been doing is we're not giving up any chances since the start of the new year. We got I think 4 XG against us in all the games since 2024. So listen, man, we're good. We don't give away goals. We don't give away chances. We've got an attack that's just functioning. We've got players that are coming back, and the manager. People keep saying it, but the manager's improving. And all I got to say is, don't make my manager. Traps. I'm actually asking you. Don't make my manager win the league, because if he's got the same record as Klopp in the Premier League, it's gonna be spooky. Because it was only 12 months ago.
Why are you asking me for?
Because you can beat us. Because you can take the league away from us. So I would like for you to try and do that, because I don't want to have to bring a certain monologue. I don't want to have to bring a certain kind of angle on Klopp's career at Liverpool in comparison to Arteta. I don't want to have to do that. The same one that gets speakers in the training ground. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to. So I would implore anybody who can beat us, try and do it.
Oh, by the way, Traps, I think there's like some feedback coming out of your mic or your phone or something, isn't it? You usually have headphones or something, no?
Is it stopped?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
What you say, Traps, though, man? We won, man. Before it comes to Cow and then Monts in it when he comes in crying with every excuse that they had to win because of a dive.
You didn't win, by the way.
Yeah, it don't matter. But to us, it was a win. To us, it's a win. Like, we don't care about points no more. This season's all garbage. Like, let's be real. They got, once again, the guy that looks like Graham Potter, the referee, decided that he didn't want to put nothing in favor of Man United, which is cool, innit? That's not down to Liverpool. That's down to the crappy. But Harvey Elliot should have been booked. Simple as that. Man dived. But it's cool with it. We still got a win out of it because Arsenal are back top of the league. Fuck Liverpool. No Traps. I like it.
You know what? Yeah, like I said, man, I don't even like. It is what it is, isn't it? Like it's a 3-horse race between the three. I hope COVID comes or something. Just locks it off. Like you don't. I'm not backing no one for this, bro. I don't care. There's no way I'm backing Arsenal. I'm not backing Liverpool. I'm not backing City. Yeah, but obviously today, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I had a feeling, and the feeling was that Liverpool gonna come up short today. It wasn't a penalty, but obviously it's against Liverpool. It is what it is. They're gonna give that all day. But, bruv, I don't care. Don't be asking none of us for favors, bro. None of us asking man for favors and that, bro. Like Arsenal might keep asking man for favors. Just go win your games, blood. Just go win your games now. Yeah? You're in the driving seat now. Go win your games, score lots of goals, and you'll win the league. Yeah? No favors. But we did it, like you said, we did it for, you can't blame us, innit? It's not our fault, whoever wins the league. As long as it's not our fault, then it's calm. You know what I mean? So, hopefully Arsenal do come, they get the same treatment, because I can't lie.
What?
Hopefully they do.
Why? So what you want Man City win the league?
Because it's not our fault. Listen. Do you know what these men will say to you if they win the league at Old Trafford? If they win the league at Old Trafford, do you know what they will say to you? Do you know what they will do to you? They've already won
the league at Old Trafford before. Why do I care if it's the second time?
And They love that where we won the league at stuff. No, not here. If they have to win the league, if they're gonna win the league, they don't do it through us.
No,
simple as that.
Traps, you know what? Traps, I'll be real with you. I don't really feel like Arsenal fans care about where we win it. And the reason why is because we ain't won it for 20 years. It's irrelevant. I just think that we just want to get over the line. Like I feel like it's not irrelevant where we win it. It would be nice to win at Old Trafford, but we already sing the song. We won it at Old Trafford, we won it at the Lane, we won it at Anfield. No one else can say the same. Like so, I think for us, it's more just getting it over the line. So listen, I understand because I wouldn't want to be dumped on my head with any kind of any kind of league titles, but I don't really feel like Arsenal fans. I don't think we'll rub it in like that. We're not that fussed. I just think we more just want to do it because you know what? I think when you look at it, however you want to dissect it, bro, if we win the league over Pep and Klopp, especially when Klopp tried to take over the Premier League this season with his shitty little announcement that he's leaving, making himself the big bollocks. I think that's going to be a massive achievement. And as I said, you don't want me to have an agenda.
Bro, listen, come on.
Klopp and Arteta have the same amount of league titles, so
that's between you and them, man. But you see us, none of this can go down on our watch, bro. We have to let them. You have to do that elsewhere. We have to just win or derail. That's what we can do right now.
I mean, if anyone does, I mean, before the Liverpool boys get like high months, by the way, Deji, obviously your team's got a big part to play in this, man.
Yeah, I think we do, man. And I can't even lie to you, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I agree with Traps. I said earlier today that on the level, I really can't call it between the three teams. But what I can call is that my club, and we are delighted to be involved, actually. We are delighted to be involved and have a say as to who will take this trophy at the end of the day. For me, I can see the unthinkable happening. I can see Tottenham slapping up all three of these teams, to be honest with you, because there's going to be plenty more twists and turns. And the reason why is not necessarily that Tottenham is so good, but now the pressure is really on. And this pressure is a different type of pressure because literally these three teams have the Prem in their hands. You get what I'm saying? They have the Prem in their hands, and every game they step out, it could be it. You know, like it could be you, like the lottery. And the game at White Hart Lane against Man City, I'm licking my lips. I'm licking my lips and eating crackers for the game against Arsenal, and I am looking forward to Anfield. So, boy, you know, it is what it is. I'm not calling it, can't call it, but it's an exciting. Thank you, Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal for the greatest season the Premier League has ever had so far. It is a pleasure to be watching this from a neutral stance. And whoever's got the biggest balls is really going to take this home. That's what it amounts to at the end of the day. And I'm right now, we can't call it.
Well, we need some more balls up in here. Pause because there's only 109 likes. There's 109 likes, so clearly you lot don't have the balls to like the video. So please like the video if you don't mind. So that can go a long way because it helps the video, anyways.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. These two beside me, they're looking stressed though. What's going on, boys?
I know,
man?
Cal's got
not that.
Yeah.
Listen,
I've got an apology to make. I want an apology to make. Guna Lee, hey King. Yeah, Szboszlai's a scrub still.
But you know what it is though? Like,
how about this? Now that I've admitted it, I feel lighter on my feet already.
Good. And you know what it is with Liverpool fans here, yeah? The reason why Liverpool fans feel so sad and upset. I apologize. The reason why Liverpool fans feel so sad and upset, because if you want to give context, right? I think it was 2 seasons ago, at the start of the season, you know, Klopp said, I've got the best keeper, I've got the best right back, I've got the best left back. He went through the whole team and said he's got the best team. And then whatever happened in that season happened. And then you came to last season where, you know, they didn't have the greatest season. Okay, fine. They had a lot of injuries, etc., etc. They finished where they finished. You come to this season now and you talk about their players that, you know, apparently are the best in the world. You talk about Szboszlai, who's compared to their captain. You know, unfortunately, one of my good friends that I do sometimes have to kind of make sure that if he's all right, you know, talking about the quad, winning it all, you know, they do it to themselves. And then you know what it is? They talk about Arsenal fans, they're talking about rivals, they talk about Man United fans, they talk about all these other fans, and they are the ones that, I'm sorry, when I keep saying it, when we talk about football, they are babies. And I say it with much love and respect. The excuses, the reasons, and I'll be honest, I don't know if you lot remember Recess, the cartoon show. They all remind me of Randall. They just sit. All of them. They all sit. Like they don't stop. Like they don't stop. They don't stop. Honestly,
oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. Get his IP. Get his IP address. Get it. Yeah.
Do you know why it's super funnier? Because it's coming from Guna Lee of all people. This is why it's so funny.
That you know, it's Traps. The lack of self-awareness. Right message, wrong messenger. Right message, wrong messenger. Cal, how about that Conor Bradley and Trent talk? Do you think we missed Trent? By the way, Cal.
I'm just here because I made.
Hold on. Hear that, chest? Go on.
I made a commitment with Kaz a few weeks ago that I'd do this show. Hence why I'm here now. So I'm just fulfilling my obligation.
That's not why I
asked. Shout out, bro.
Cousin, that's not why I asked you.
Shout out, Traps. Deji, big up. Lee, you know, hit and miss. Kaz, thanks for having me on. Monts, obviously, you know, boys, Liverpool fans. I'm hurting at the moment. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things. I'm hurting. caveat to anyone who comes for me. I didn't watch the game today. It was my daughter's christening. Obviously the scores were coming through at my daughter's christening, so you can imagine that wasn't great for me, hearing us going 2-1 down and then not getting a win.
No, can we get the name right? The one that I made up for him, like the same one for Cody Gakpo. Yeah, his name is either now Szboszlai or Szboszlai. So please, can you choose the name carefully?
The reason, honestly,
you didn't win the game, innit? So I hear it.
It doesn't matter, G. It was a must-win game for you, G.
Listen, I'm not about to celebrate the draw and say we're still in the title race. Don't you worry about that. What I am gonna say is that, Cal, say it with me. Szboszlai's a scrub. How about this?
The reason I can't say it is I haven't watched the game in it, so I can't say it.
No, yeah, but I've heard. Yes, no, sorry, Cal. You are a busy man who does a lot of things. You're very talented. You're a very busy person. So I just want to save you the time. I want to save you the time.
No, I've got to watch the game.
Of wasting your time.
So what I've read and what I've seen from WhatsApp groups is Szboszlai was terrible, Nunes was terrible, Salah was terrible. Kwanzaa made a mistake, which Bruno capitalized on.
As a team, we were way better than them.
But I've heard that so many times this season. What does that actually mean?
I'm saying Liverpool played fine, but the final third was when I say shambolic is an understatement.
It's been like that for a while now. It has been.
But like I'm talking. But like the United game in the cup. At least United carved out chances in that game and started off very, very well for the first half. In this game, United done nothing in the first half, and in the second half, they looked a little bit more likely at best. Yeah, at best. They scored a world-class goal in Kobe Mainoo and a world-class finish from Bruno Fernandes. Apart from that, United weren't much of a threat to Liverpool. Liverpool were way more dominant than they have been and created clear-cut chances. Enough for us to be 4-0 up at halftime. Enough.
Oh, we should have been up.
And I will say though, Monts, though, like I do feel like a lot of the shots. Okay, you had 14 shots in the first half, I remember, but you only had 4 on target. And I will say, listen, I thought Man United were absolutely.
The clear-cut ones were off target. Lee, don't do that. The clear-cut ones were off target, bro.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm just saying. But I'm just giving you the facts. I'm not disagreeing with you, but all I'm saying is I do look at your team and I feel like there were moments where I feel like you needed to do a little bit more. And I do feel like Man United defensively, I don't think they were great, but I just feel like when you look at your team and the setup of your team, I just feel like there's just a lot of like, there's been a lot of.
We broke them down time and time again, bro. We broke them down time.
You did.
That's why it's more frustrating than the cup game, because at least in the cup game, Man United posed more threats. It was more at times. Do you know what I'm saying? You could look and say, right, Man United are really up for this today. Up until the Bruno Fernandes goal, these men were redundant. Maybe
that is right.
But they were redundant, and that's why I said I'd rather us have just got slapped 3-0, bro. So I can just say, boom, United were this good. We didn't turn up today. We shat ourselves, and it got long, and we don't deserve this Premier League. I'd rather of that than consistent. This is why I've changed the name of my club right now. And people can call me. I've got Liverpool fans coming for me all over. Whoa.
Pause.
Whoa. Someone clipped that. 19 minutes.
Think about what you're saying.
Anyway, I've got Liverpool fans. I've got
9 minutes, 20.
I've got Liverpool fans cussing me because of how I'm speaking and how I'm saying I'm being overreacting. It's not that I'm overreacting. I'm not saying the title's done, but just because I've called my team the big game bottlers, and that's a fact. It is the big game bottlers because we should have beat Arsenal at Anfield. We should have beat City at Anfield, and we should have won this game today. Yeah, I don't think we deserve to win the United game at Anfield. I think United were very resilient. We didn't deserve to win that game. But those 3 games, for me, we should have won. 5-1-2. The chances we had today, even the chances we had in the cup game. Like there's only so many times I can watch these man.
I just turned it into an advert, by the way. Monts. I just turned it into an advert.
What into an advert?
You know the 5-on-1 with Dallo and that. I turned it into an advert. Just saying.
Man, anyway. Man. But,
I'm gonna send it to you afterwards.
But bro, I'm just keeping it a buck in it, yeah. How you can miss that many chances? Like I'm sorry, yeah. And yes, Darwin Núñez. I understand he's done well this season. All I get told is, Monts, you were wrong. 31 GA. How can you chat shit? You don't know nothing. You don't know ball. The man's IQ in front of goal is nothing short of pathetic. It is pathetic. The good thing about him is
I didn't Szboszlai because I'll be honest with you. When I look at Szboszlai, what's the difference between what's the difference between him and Bruno? They both play grenade football and they both just take long shots. That is literally all they do.
The thing is, I'll keep it back about Szboszlai. I keep getting told he needs to get put in the 10. I think the worst thing you can do with him is put him in the 10. The man does not know what to do when he gets to the edge of the box. He doesn't know when to shoot. He passes when he shoots, and he needs to shoot when he needs to pass. Like, the decision making is all over the place. And I understand this is first year, so I'm not saying he's a scrub as a jet. Like, he's just shit. Like, he could improve. He's still a young player. He's what, 22? He's still a young player, and he can improve. And obviously players take different amounts of time to adapt in it. But I'll be real, bro. Like, he cannot start a game for Liverpool for the rest of the season unless he's playing Europa League. It is what it is. We can't keep trying to play man back into form. Give Harvey Elliot a chance. He's the one that saved us more this season. He's the one that's saving us off the bench.
I tweeted when I saw the team lineup. I said, with Szboszlai playing, Man United have 12 men. He's just not good enough. I can't understand why people, you know, and you know what, and shout out someone. I think it was Neil Gunner said it's his first season, but let's pump the brakes for a second. You know, in the first 5 games, nobody mentioned his first season. Nobody mentioned his age. Everybody was waxing lyrical about this guy, saying he's the new Steven Gerrard. He's the new savior. Everybody saw what he did against Man City in the Champions League. But now, all of a sudden, oh, no. Let's give him the first season blind, all of this other tax. There's no difference between him and Bruno Fernandes. There is none whatsoever.
Yeah, does this mean that's a good one? Then actually, I've got one before you ask Lee a question. Does this mean, like, when Dawood was on the other day on Saturday, he said it's like Klopp not trusting his squad? So is that right? Then Klopp don't really trust the whole squad.
It's not. He does trust the whole squad because of the amount of time he's rotated. So that's a lazy narrative.
That might be down due to injuries, though.
No, lazy narrative. He's rotated at times. For me, not even just down to the injuries, where I feel like probably didn't even need to, and he's still rotated. He's had a trust in a lot of players this season. I just think he has his favorites. Klopp's had his favorites from Where's Callum?
He's here.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. But only to a certain amount. I think Klopp's always and will always have his favorites, and I think we see that all the time. Most managers do. I can only really speak on Liverpool in it because I watch Liverpool more than I watch other teams. But when I see, look again, Lee will know. Lee watches our stuff quite a lot. I've been talking about playing Harvey Elliot ahead of Szboszlai for a while now, and it's not because I think Szboszlai is rubbish. It's that Harvey Elliott's been in better form. For me, you play players, and you reward players for good form and for good performances. Szboszlai and Harvey Elliott was doing very well in midfield, and Szboszlai comes back in off injury straight into the team. For me, that sends a bad message to the rest of the team and the squad. I personally, again, not watched the game today. I think what's being said on Szboszlai is harsh. I know me and Lee have always agreed on Szboszlai stuff. I think there's a very good player in there, but since maybe November, he's not been good enough. And then obviously he had his injury as well.
October, he's been worse.
Yeah, well, you know, I could even say October.
He's had 7/8 good games, and we're in games.
No, again, I'm not disagreeing with you guys, but what I will say, I can't sit and say he's a dead player. I don't think the tactics have helped him, but I also don't think he's helped himself as well. So I don't think it's all on him. But I do think where Klopp's making a mistake is not replacing him with someone else into the team. Like, you can't just come straight back into the team when you've not been great and you've been injured and someone else has been great.
Because when was our last 10-10 performance, 9 out of 10 performance? Don't get me wrong, we've had 7 and 8, but our last 9-10 performance was against Man City, right? The draw. Yeah, I'd say that was Liverpool's last performance where you go, rah, these man are serious. Yeah, who was playing right centre mid? Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, no, I agree. So here's my thing with the whole man. I said going into this game, if Liverpool don't win this game, I don't know if we win the league. And I know technically we're still top joint with Arsenal, but they have got the goal difference, and that for me is worth an extra point, because if the league finishes tomorrow, Arsenal are league champions. So for me, that's like having an extra point for Arsenal. The frustration I have is we keep on playing the occasion when it comes to Man United rather than playing the actual game. So, Monts, what you're saying in terms of, we were brilliant up until the final third, I don't know. That's like me saying it was brilliant up until I started running for the train and then I stopped. I'm still late for work, innit? Like, you have to get to work on time or you get a late mark.
I was just talking about context of the game. The fact that we were good up until the final third doesn't.
I don't care about for me, you're not good enough unless you complete the job in the final third. It's all well and good doing 2/3 of a job. If you don't do, if I'm a painter or a decorator and I take the wallpaper off and I sand the walls down, but I don't paint it, I ain't done my job.
Look, I'm saying
the job's never fully done with us. So that's my frustration with Liverpool. Sorry to cut you, but that's my frustration with Liverpool, because I've seen it one too many times this season where I'm looking at players and I'm going, you're not clinical enough. And look, I'm not going to pile on Núñez. I'm not going to pile on, and I get it. I get some people with Núñez, he splits opinion. I'm in the middle when it comes to Núñez. I think he's good, but I don't think he's amazing like some fans do. But also, I don't think he's crap like some fans do. But what I will say is this whole GA thing for me is a bit played out in the sense of when you talk about GA, you've got to break it down. You've got to see where the goals are coming from and who the goals are against. For me, in the Europa League, if you put top strikers as Núñez is perceived to be and play them in the Europa League, their stats are going to look better automatically. So when people are saying he's got this amount of GA, so we can't speak to him, no, you can still talk to him. Do I think he should be the first person that people point out? Probably not. Diaz has got less goals. Gakpo's got less goals. Jota's injuries are a bit of an issue as well. Salah can be very inconsistent. But for me, I kept on being told he's a gunman. I'm not seeing that gunman in front of goal. I'm not seeing that, as you said, that IQ in front of goal.
He's never been a gunman in the Liverpool shirt, Carl.
And unless Jota's playing, I'm not fully confident with our attackers when they're one-on-one with a goalkeeper or when they're in the positions to make the right decision. And I think that's throughout the team as well. We can't keep on getting into positions on the pitch and then bottling chances or taking stuff for granted, because that's why we're drawing games. That's why we're losing games. And I say it every season we're going in for the league. We don't lose the league because we lose games. We lose the league because we draw games. Right now, Arsenal and Man City have drawn less games than us. Like, this is why we're at where we are. We should be clear at the top of the table.
This is all cute, though, guys. This is all cute, and I don't want to mess up the love fest. I don't want to do that. But I want to get to the real root of this, because I've heard this season that your keeper is better than Ramsdale.
Lee, what do you want from me?
And Raya?
Lee, what do you want from me, bro? What more do you want from me, bro?
Hold on. I'm just trying to. I've heard that your current keeper is better than Ramsdale and Raya. Apparently, he's the third or fourth best keeper in the league. I've heard that you've got VVQ, who I don't know how he got this silly name, but fine, he got VVQ, which is, I don't know if people don't know, it's called Virgil Van Quinza.
Lee, we can do that with everyone. I heard your 11 is better than Real Madrid. Hold on, I heard your 11 is better than Real Madrid. Hold on. I'm not gonna throw that on you.
I just want to get to the root of things, because all of this stuff is cute, but you guys have done this to yourself. And you're now in a position where you're still level of being on top. It's only goal difference. But I've been trying to say to you guys that, and listen, it sounds crazy what I'm about to say, but you guys have been living in a hope and a prayer for a long time. You start pouring every game. You've been waiting on moments of brilliance, and in a lot of games, you've been turning it around. Now, listen, people might say you've got, I think, 22 or 23 points by turning it around in the second half. You can look at it as a good way or a bad way. I'm going to look at it as a bad way, because you can't keep expecting players to come off the bench and make the difference that they do every single game. So listen, man, I'm just looking at it from my point of view. And listen, certain people, as I said, they were saying you're winning it all, and now you might win one, and the lowest of the lowest of trophies. And as your manager said, sometimes you come into the league and it's about the friends you make along the way, not the trophies that you pick up at the end of the season. Listen, if my manager said that,
it would be you to find that quote in it. Would be you.
I just want everybody for a second to think about we're playing a professional association. Could you imagine? I start my new job and it's like, you know what? Don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the records. If we make a loss, it's fine. But it's about the friends that we make along the way. Could you imagine the meltdown? Now that's what a certain man's manager, 2 people, that's what their manager said. It's about the friends we make along the way. It's about relationships. This is what certain people are saying. Boy,
but you see,
I'll be real.
I don't know. No, you see, you two here, yeah, you Cow and Monts, yeah. I don't understand this, yeah, because right now, yeah, I get it, yeah. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie, Cow's making me laugh because he's proper hurt. Like you can see,
he
looks defeated and that. Like, so he's making me laugh. But in reality, yeah, you've got Crystal Palace next, yeah. You're behind on goal difference of about 9. If you batter Crystal Palace, it's on again. Why are you listening to this guy up here? Yeah,
no, Traps,
they are the notorious bottlers up here.
Traps, if you think I'm listening to, I'll listen to Lee when the first.
Why are you letting him talk for like 10 minutes, bro?
The first, there's parts. Lee knows ball, bro, but I also know Lee. You see the difference? Lee knows ball, but I know Lee. Yeah, so. As someone said in the comments, I think it was ZK, Lee will dash shit at a wall until it sticks. You know what Lee's on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what Lee's on.
Look at the smug look on his face. He makes me sick.
It's funny because it's coming from Lee, but I'm thinking that you might have really not.
Listen, remember
trying to hear it. How are you just trying to let him just have a free run at the team?
The reason why me and Lee have this long-lasting rivalry is because Lee has worked in education for a long time, but he used to work in education. He's a very smart individual. But guess what? I've worked in education too. So when Lee's doing up TIE, PIE, TAA, I see through it. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's cheesing. That's why he's sitting there cheesing.
Listen, I'm just here, yeah, telling my truth.
Yeah.
Man. Listen, I'm just here telling my.
All right.
I'm here telling my truth.
But Lee,
I'll be honest
it's all good you being here telling the story and whatnot, but just make sure you're here to tell the story at certain times. And this is the problem that I have with you. You will tell the story now, but when you're supposed to tell the story, you're not here to tell the story.
He will be here because he respects the channel.
I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying, why is it that me bringing up what Liverpool fans have said? It's not me. I'm not making this up. I didn't call Kwanzaa Virgil van Kwanzaa. I didn't say that Liverpool was going to win the quad.
I haven't heard this.
I didn't say none of this stuff. I didn't say any of this stuff. I didn't tell his manager. I didn't tell their manager to go around saying it's about the friends you make along the way, not the trophies you pick up at the end. I'm only bringing up stuff that their manager has said, and now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Please don't shoot the messenger. Please don't come at me and make me.
All I'm saying is that it's all well and good, yeah,
bro.
But obviously,
these man compared Szboszlai unsolicited. You know, nobody did that other than them. And now I'm the person that's now all of a sudden being, this bad guy. I'm only bringing up what everybody else is saying, and it's about them that's doing it to themselves. They're literally putting the gun to their head, and now, bang! Now they got to face the music, and they don't want to. Who crowned Szboszlai the Hungarian Steven Gerrard? He's been getting away with. Listen, no, I don't need to say no homo, because everyone knows I'm not gay. He's been getting away with bad performances because he's got nice hairy legs, and everybody gets away. That's what he gets away with. That is the reason why. He's got them big hairy legs, and he gets away with murder. Bro.
Hold on, Lee. Let me ask a question then. Let me ask you a question. Everything Liverpool fans say, isn't that notorious for what Arsenal fans do? They big up their players, and I mean we've actually got trophies in the cabinet to suggest some of these players are really about that. So I hear what you're saying, like things like the Hungarian Steven Gerrard. I've never said that phrase, like, because I know what Gerrard was to Liverpool. For me to even put someone in that same category, you've got to be doing some amazing stuff on a football pitch. But let's not act like we haven't seen and heard this from Arsenal fans about every single one of their players. I mean, Ray is meant to have the best distribution in the league. Ben White is the tanning savior. Zinchenko was seen as the final piece of the puzzle. Saliba's one of the best centre backs to play in the Premier League. Gabriel is the enforcer that no one else has seen before. Rice, I'm not going to speak on because Rice is sick. I got told Partey was the best DM in the world, and you lot were doing like dub plates, and I'm seeing everyone dancing outside the stadium because we signed a footballer.
Zinchenko.
I've seen Kai Havertz be the next guy. Who else is there? Timber's the next bad boy. Gabriel Jesus is good enough to play for Real Madrid. He's got Samba feet. I'm hearing Saka. Saka's the truth. He's the best right winger in the world, and he's world class. And here Martinelli can do no wrong. So where's this narrative come from that it's only Liverpool fans in? Because I've heard everything about every single Arsenal player, but to this point, Mikel Arteta has won one FA Cup, and that FA Cup came because of Aubameyang's brilliance and a team that wasn't his. So I mean, what happens? Let's talk about Klopp right now, and you say don't let Arteta win a Premier League and match Klopp's Premier League record. What happens if Klopp wins the league and Arteta don't win anything this season? What happens to him?
But listen, we'll get to that bridge when we come to it. But listen, I'll be honest. Right now, what we don't want to do is we're not on the Arsenal section right now. But I'll answer your question because I can get to that point because we're talking about Liverpool. The moment is that all Arsenal fans, we know what we are. We know that we're annoying. We know we're insufferable. But the thing is, and nobody can deny this.
I'm going to start calling you Lee Lampard from now because your deflections are fantastic.
Listen,
I'm not going to lie.
Hold on. Listen, this is me keeping it 100% a buck. I'm not trying to do no funny business. Liverpool fans move like they're holier than thou. Liverpool fans and people that aren't from England, they don't understand this. Liverpool as a city, hold on. Liverpool as a city, there's a lot of context.
You know what? I'm just thinking about head. You see all of this. You're not doing all of this right now. I can see Man City win the league. I can see Man City win the league. All of this,
and that's the thing. Not once. See what it is, though, Traps.
Just walking past that. Yeah.
Do you know what it is, though, Traps? Do you know what it is, Traps? If they do, then it is what it is. They've won the league. But for me, I'm sitting here and I just find it.
That's dead. You must wait.
Are you gonna let me finish?
That's dead.
Are you gonna let me land?
No, Lee. Because at the end of the day, right, you sat here with no trophies and tried to question Klopp here, and you tried to basically don't go on that. It's a minor. Bro, no, I didn't. You're into year 5 now. You're into year 5 now.
You literally 700. You didn't let me finish.
It's still the process.
What is your expectations of this manager right now that you have for this season? Are you expected to be nearly Mendes season? Or are you expected to be
No. I'm not listening because you didn't let me finish. I was just about to say. No, because you didn't let me finish. I was literally about to say in the same sentence that even though if Man City go, but then it is what it is. But we'll get to, and it's going to be a problem because he needs to win. He needs to win. I was literally about to say that. But anyway, back to me from what I was saying. That for me, I just think that Liverpool fans Liverpool as a city, they think they're holier than thou. And as I said, the context that Liverpool fans have and Liverpool have as a city, it's Liverpool against the world. And people don't want to listen. People don't want to, and that, I understand a lot of that because they're a very Labour, hard-working city. These are all facts. This is all truth. They don't like to be associated with everybody else around England. Again, this is all facts. This is all true. But when it comes to football, they feel like it's all everybody's against them. Everybody's against, everybody. The world is against them. They get all the hard decisions. They've been crying for 2 years about their 12:30 kickoffs. They've been crying about this. They've been crying about that. And when it comes down to it, the cookie's crumbling. And as I said, don't make Arteta get the same amount of league titles, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let me run this. Indiana, so London Cowboys consistent with a 2-2. Talk about Chelsea, big up, being a member for 14 months. Wow, that's a long time. MB,
where's Chesney, bro?
Ches said he's not available tonight.
Oh, he's a bottle job, man. Just like he's flipping loser manager.
Yeah, Deji is so shameless. It's actually funny. Your team can't even keep a clean sheet to save their life. Who exactly are you going to slap up? No one fears you, lot.
Bro.
What do you mean by that? that is somebody there that is sitting in his underwear, bashing away on the keyboard. Let me tell you now, Tottenham have nothing to lose. Right now, we've achieved our aim for this season. Our aim for this season was minimum top 4. And it looks like my team has done that. What we're about to do right now is scupper one of the three Musketeers title challenge. If I were you, I'll be showing Spurs a little bit of respect, because the team that sleeps on Spurs is the team that's going to get dealt with. It's as simple as that. Even Gunnar Lee wouldn't be so brash as to come with chest tonight and say that Arsenal will slap up Spurs. Never. He could never say that.
I think we'll beat you.
He knows what I want.
You
understand? He knows what I want. Even you, Carl. You can't say that as well. No one can chat to me. So right now, just show a little respect. Get me before we slap you out and make sure that you're not in the title race. That's my involvement. That's it.
I do feel though. I did say that Liverpool were gonna blink first, yeah, and obviously they've done that today. But I do think between Aston Villa, Aston Villa at home, Arsenal got Aston Villa at home. Obviously Spurs away, us away, and Chelsea. I do feel like they dropped points in one of them games. I do feel like
I listen. I can tell you now. I've said it all along, and I'm not going to change my opinion. I think we beat Aston Villa. I think we trounced them. Douglas Luiz is out as well. I think we dropped points at Old Trafford. I think the stadium itself, it just haunts Arsenal players. I think we beat Spurs away. I'll be honest with you, Spurs. They're just not a great team. Like, as much as they're doing well and fair play, they're not.
Are you done?
They can see chances. They can see chances. I just don't think that they're great. And I think we beat the game that I'm also worried about is Wolves away, but I think we've got enough to beat them. But I'll be honest with you, I really think that we're going to beat Spurs away. It's the Old Trafford game.
I'm not saying I don't know what game it is, but I think out of them 4 games, I feel like Arsenal will drop points in one of them. They might not necessarily lose, but I feel like they might I feel like they might go to Spurs and draw.
They're not getting a draw.
They might come to us. They might come to us, lose or draw. I don't know. I don't know, but I do feel that there will be points dropped. But at the same time, I don't know what's going on with Liverpool. Like I don't know what's going on with Liverpool. What Liverpool can do or can't do. I don't really watch Liverpool like that, like you, man. But the 3 times we played you 3 different times, 3 different situations. Yes, you've had opportunities to win games, but we've had opportunities to win games as well. And as a result, we've knocked you out the cup. We've obviously gone to Anfield and got a point before anyone else did. So even though I don't rate this board manager, no disrespect, Lee, but I just think that he's just got the beating of them. He just knows what to do with these group of players. It just goes to show you though, like Liverpool are not, they're not really a force. Like we've seen Liverpool teams that are a force. This is not really a force, a team that's a force that's they're gonna do anything sort of like. I mean, the Premier League standard, I think this has been shit anyway. But yeah, I don't really know, man. I can't really. Can
I just add to Traps? I think
run these supers.
I think on a level, I think this is it for Liverpool, innit? This is their season. This is their last hurrah. Do you know what I mean? Because after Klopp leaves, we know they're gonna be in no man's land for a number of years. There's no manager right now. It's big boots to fill. So it's all or nothing for me, for Liverpool right now.
Can I ask what you're basing on?
Can I run these supers quickly? If you don't mind.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Simon says, Callum wants time and I think he meant time and time again. You turn up, but Lee vanishes when Arsenal lose. Lee is nowhere to be seen. That's happened.
Date night, innit? He has date night sometimes in that.
Cass, remember when I said Cass, when I said Arteta was doing this 5 months ago back on Big Six Fans, I think it was, these man, I hate them so much, kiss my effing teeth. Sleazer McMuffin Deluxe says Diaz has that Lingard gene. Man's 27, I thought he played quite well today, I'll be real.
He wasn't bad.
Yeah, I thought he played quite well. Simon said, how do you allow this fraud Lee on this show? Because he's my friend. That's why. Big, to be honest, Simon. Lee will vanish if it goes south. But the thing is, He's here every Sunday, mate. It's a commitment now to him, isn't it?
That's what I was just about to say. I'm here every single Sunday, but apparently, you know what? I don't know who you support. I don't know who you hold on, I don't know who you support, but can someone just beat me so I can beat these cases? Because my team can't lose right now. So right now, I just want someone to beat me so that I can somehow. My team needs to lose, take an L, so I can beat these charges. But right now,
Lee, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. I've already clipped you, bro, because I already know what's going on.
Listen,
right now, the only thing that I'm prepared to concede on tonight's
these are my wings. These are my wings.
Someone come and clip them. I can't wait to play you at my match. The fact that you could come out with chest and be chatting like you're gonna come and do something. Make sure you're available.
The political
Make
stuff.
sure you're available.
Stuff, man. Hey, you never know what might get clipped up on there. You know what I'm saying?
Just be clipping Lee tonight because the way he's shaking his bum is disgraceful.
Do you know what though? I do think as well, yeah. The way you look at
I hold your thought for the question.
The way you look at it, like, everyone's looked at City, yeah. City has just been.
No, but they're turning it up right now. Man.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Like plodding along. They've been plodding along.
I agree.
But the reality of it is,
no one's telling them. No one's telling them they must.
Arsenal this season.
No one's telling them they must.
Who?
What?
No one's telling. Like it's either you must. No one's telling City you must.
Because yeah, but you want to know why? Because obviously, obviously, I don't know about you, man, but obviously, I hear it all the time, innit? Yeah, but so basically, the stance with the City fans is if we don't 4-peat, then it's not really a big deal. We've had 3 titles in a row, like it's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? This is what they're saying, but in reality, I feel like these man, they just get together and it's like, right, listen, it's business time now. So what you man really saying? Are we on it or not? That's how City roll, and then they'll just put together. They probably won't lose from now to the end of the season, and that'll be the end of that, to be honest. But
there's only one thing that is worrying me.
I do think if City get in front, though, that's it. It's done. If City get in front, it's done.
For me, usually the team that has the best goal difference wins the league.
So Arsenal. Danny says, funny is Klopp never won a title race in Premier League. Klopp's never actually won a title race, apparently. Yeah, that's quite true. I mean, MB the says
beat everyone comfortably in the race.
Dashing away on what
you haven't had a title race, you haven't done it.
Yeah, because we did a Usain Bolt that season. No one could keep up with us. Like it's the race still.
The title race. When it comes to squeaky bum time, you man crumble just like Arsenal, and that's it. Just keep it moving.
MB Laguna says, this is back to you, I believe, Deji. Bashing away on what keyboard? My missus does that for me, G. You, man, are second half FC. You need to remember you're the little nephews from down the street.
How can you say
Cal, I've got a question for you, though.
A quick one. I'm doing this. And Ibs says, is it Ibs or LB? Let me know. See, are the silent assassin. They're just sitting there waiting and won't go away. He's probably, this is what we're kind of saying as well. I think Cal's actually got a question for Deji.
Yeah, Deji, do you know what? I'm not sitting there saying like things can't go bad when Klopp leaves. But what makes everyone so confident that the moment Klopp leaves, like everything's just going to go to pot for Liverpool?
Bro, it's more than likely to see.
Based on what though? What we based on?
Because Klopp, I think someone mentioned it the other day. They said Pep's a good coach and Klopp's a good manager, you know, in terms of man management. And, you know, there's a certain confidence that he brings in your players that enables them. He squeezes every last juice out of them. I see similarities between Postecoglou and Klopp in that regard. And for me, when you lose such a father figure, when you lose such a big presence, a motivator, someone who's able to make you live your best life, bring out your best game, who's going to do that? Who are you going to find to replace Klopp to do that? And it's going to take you a couple of years. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy shoes to fill. And we've seen it with Arsenal. It took them a while after Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, but you forgetting who they got as CEO, bro. It's the same thing.
This is the end now.
Really sorry, Kat. You've kind of walked into my trap there because you mentioned the two teams. You mentioned Arsenal and Man United because they lost Wenger and Ferguson, right?
Yeah.
When you add the context in though, when Ferguson left Man United, he left an aging squad. The infrastructure behind it was terrible. There was no direction as to where the club was going. They brought in a manager who was David Moyes at the time, who hadn't won anything, hadn't really played European football or anything like that. Arsenal when Arsene Wenger left, again, same. They weren't in a position of power. They weren't even challenging. They had an aging squad with players that weren't good enough. I'm not going to sit here and say we've got the best players about and all this, but we are in a position where when Klopp's leaving, new training facilities sorted out, stadium's been rebuilt pretty much. We've got a young squad, some very good players, some top quality players who are either in their peak or about to get into their peak. The academy's starting to do wonders. The infrastructure behind the scenes with the new CEO, the technical director, and all those things have been sorted or are being sorted at the moment. So effectively, we just have to replace one piece of the puzzle. Now, I'm not sitting there saying it's just going to be rinse and repeat. Liverpool are going to be the same. But the notion that so many fans seem to think that we're just going to fall off because Man United is crazy, because we're not in the same position as they were in. And I hear what you're saying. Klopp is all worldly, innit? But at the same time, I do think all it takes is a difference of an approach to still get the best out of these players. For example, Szboszlai, we've all sat here and said Szboszlai has been doing the right things this season. I'll sit here and tell you, Szboszlai, Gakpo, a couple other players are actually they're not being utilized properly by the manager. If a new manager comes in and says, look, I haven't got favorites, Robbo's not going to start here because Robbo was with me back in 17, 18 and doing up 16 assists a season. Robbo's not an automatic starter now. This could actually be a benefit to the team, and it could take the shackles off players like Tsimikas, players like Kelleher, who aren't seen as favorites, but seen as second-rate players in the manager's eyes. It might give them that new lease of life. So I get what you're saying. It's not impossible for us to fall off by the wayside, but I think everyone really going too far of it and not seeing the other side.
I hear you. And my quick reply is this. When I watched the interview when Klopp talked about the legacy that he left behind, and all of those wonderful things that you've just talked about. The thing is, in Premier League football, the best league in the world, no self-respecting manager is going to want to continue under Klopp's kind of system. And so I loved it when you just said someone's going to come with their own system. If someone comes with their own system, that means you're going to move away from the current system that has worked for you for so long. And that in itself is the risk. And that in itself is the gap. That's what we're seeing with United. That's what we're seeing with Chelsea. You moved away from a formula that worked and you tried something new. So yes, you're very optimistic, but it could go left for you. And if it does go left, as I've predicted, then we ain't going to be seeing you for a while. And that's the bit that you have to hold.
I don't know. I disagree, man. I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. You see all them kind of things here. I don't like. That's what looking into the future and that they could get a new manager. They could get that one from Sporting and it could just go well for them. Do you know what I mean? You could get a couple of these players in. You get a few of them, like 2 or 3 players in there, plus whatever else, and it could go well for him. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you never know in it. If they might have a plan going forward that they want to implement. It might be don't say that they're going to just be at the same level, but they might be plodding along in the top 4 race for a season or 2 or whatever. But who knows, innit? Who actually knows, innit? I can't. It can go. I reckon it's 50-50. I reckon it could go left, it could go right. But obviously, based off of the past and other teams. But obviously, Callum did put through a good argument about based off of what's going on at Liverpool now. But obviously, if you base it off of history, you would say that it's more than likely that there will be a fall-off, which there is going to be a fall-off, but it depends on how big the fall-off is going to be. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, he puts forward a good argument to say about thinking about. I mean, personally, I want them to be relegated as soon as Klopp leaves. That's what I would say. Do you know what I mean? But,
by the way,
you know what I mean? But you have to be realistic, innit?
No, I hear it. I say the same thing about United. I hear it.
Though,
by the way, there's 920 people, but 309 likes. It's like it should at least be minimum half, in my opinion, isn't it? Everyone knows what the fun button looks like. It's as simple as that. If it isn't lit, you know what it looks like, exactly like that. If it depends on what mode you are, it's either looking at my hand or Traps' hand. So it's up to you which one it is. But please,
not that one, this one.
Yeah, man. Liking it takes a few seconds. Everyone, look, it's night time on a Sunday. Most people got work to go to for tomorrow and whatnot.
Yeah,
what? Huh?
No, I'm just reading Christopher Ward's comments. He's saying,
big up Chris, by the way. But yeah, please smash the like button. We don't really ask too much during the stream because it can get annoying. Donny says, a Liverpool fan on here calling the players scrubs that have contributed to us challenging this year, even if not at that level you expect. He's talking about Darwin Núñez. That hurt you one, innit, Donny? Like he hurt you with that one, innit?
What is he with?
Nah, I think
Liverpool got like.
I don't agree with that. He's
Boslai
not having a good season.
No, so Boslai has been, for most of this season, since pretty much that Bournemouth game, he's been a total scrub. And to be fair, he deserves a year to adjust, and then we'll see next year. But he has been a scrub this year. He's not looking like the player that
the football gods ain't gonna allow Endo and Curtis Jones to walk away with a title. It's just not happening. It's just not gonna happen.
But it's gonna allow Zinchenko and Kai Havertz.
Listen. These men have been there and done it.
By the way,
these men have been there and done it. But the Endo ain't winning no trophy, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's just not happening. So.
That's like saying, that don't make sense. That's like saying flipping Doku.
Ben White and all these man as well, yeah.
Everybody's
Ben White. These men have made. These men have been saucing. These men have been saucing.
But listen though. I got a question for Cal. Yeah, well, I got two questions for him actually. Yeah,
go for it.
Ain't you not got anyone in your like academy that's like an attacker that's a baller that you could just you get me?
So here's the thing. So in my opinion, there's two players in the academy who I think are very good attackers in the making. That's Musialowski and Jayden Danns. But again, I say this with all the love in my heart for Klopp. Like Klopp's my favorite manager of all time. I'm not saying he's the best manager of all time. He's my favorite manager of all time. But I can sit here objectively and speak about his downsides. Klopp ain't gonna play a Jayden Danns between now and the end of the season. He ain't gonna play a Musialowski. He's gonna look at his tried and tested lieutenants. And he's going to lean on them. So,
but you know why I say that though?
You can't afford to,
because
though,
we've seen a bag of these young players that you've come through, these Kwanzas, these Bradleys, whatever. Like, why have we not seen a young attacker? You know what I mean? Because everyone moans about your attack.
Because Klopp brought in Nunes and Gakpo, and
he needs to get sold. That's one that needs to get sold in the summer, bro. Gakpo is. I've been saying it since the World Cup, before the World Cup. The guy now that is a true scrub. That guy is not suited for the Premier League, and I don't understand how someone in it with the size of he's like 6'3" or 4 with a frame of his, and he don't know how to look. He's just that big youth that used to get bullied in secondary, fam. He's like, yeah, bro.
And I've got another question for Cal.
Please, bro.
Another question for you, Cal. Is have you still booked that time off, bro? Because you might want to consider some overtime right now.
Yeah, I'm at work that week still. I'm at work that week. Shall I tell you what is about Gakpo, Kaz? So I've said this. I don't think he's suited to Prem football. But again, and I know when this comes out, I know people are going to really get on to me about the stuff I'm saying about Klopp. I'll reiterate. I love Klopp. But I'm not going to look at him as some messiah. He's a human being like me, innit? He wheezes in the morning. He poos in the day. Like he's a human being like me. So he can make mistakes. Gakpo is.
You're gonna call him Gakpo, innit?
Yeah. Gakpo has been messed about by Klopp this season. He's playing left wing, right wing, false nine, centre midfield. If a player is going to get any continuity and start to hit form, they have to be given some sort of consistency. And Klopp hasn't given him that. Klopp's used him as a utility player, whereas he's not a utility player. He's either a centre forward or he's a left winger. And I think that's another flaw that Klopp's had this season, which has then resulted in Gakpo getting to where he is. Because at the back end of last season, everyone was saying, "Bro, Nunes ain't got a start in place at all. It's got to be Gakpo who starts." Whereas now, no one wants to touch Gakpo. So I think that comes down to the manager as much as the player as well.
I'm just reading one of them comments. Vlad, you get out your feelings, man. Anyways, long story short, I don't know where Monts thought he could run to, but don't go anywhere. But all I'm gonna say is, what's it called? Is Liverpool? I'm still putting Liverpool down as the favourites.
You were saying something about Liverpool. I heard it when I was.
We're not the favourites now.
I think if Liverpool.
Someone said something about me calling someone a scrub. What was that?
Well, you said Szboszlai, isn't it?
So Donny says,
he's like a fucking scrub. Say something.
He says people have to contribute to the season. How can they be scrubs if they contribute to the season? I think he's talking about Nunes.
Hold on. Everyone contributes. Dominic Solanke contributed contributed in the season 17-18 when we managed to finish 4th and start our Champions League run for the next season. Everyone can contribute one little bit. Hasn't Jayden Danns contributed? Everyone contributes, but you can still be a fucking scrub at the same time. Two things can be true. You could be moving like a scrub and still contribute.
Do you think he is? Do you think he is a scrub, or do you think he is a scrub or in bad form?
You can play shit all game and contribute a 5-yard assist, and you've contributed. How about this? Stepping onto the pitch is a contribution. Signing the papers is a contribution. You make an appearance and you've contributed. Doesn't mean you're the guy. Sorry, what was you gonna say, Carl?
Do you think he's a scrub, or do you think he's playing like a scrub? Because I think there's two differences.
He's a scrub.
No, I don't think he's a scrub. I don't think he's a scrub. I think he might be playing like a scrub. I don't think he's a scrub.
Playing like a scrub. He's been a scrub more than he's been a half decent player this season. I don't let the GA fool me in what he's doing. That don't fool me.
You know, it reminds me of when Shinji Kagawa came over. Big, like, expected big things and everything. This creative monster, and then it was just like, you got ability, but you're just not fitting in. Simple as that.
I'll be honest. I think what it is
I've got Arsenal's favourites right now.
I'll be honest. There's 2 points.
So the fixtures.
I'll be honest. I think a lot of fans. I think a lot of fans put Szboszlai in this box where he's £70 million. They saw him against Man City and they thought he was going to be the difference maker. And I just don't think he's as good as what everybody makes out for him to be, and that's it.
No, he's a good player. He's a good player, man. I'm not gonna lie.
What I will say for sure is, I don't understand how all of a sudden what Liverpool fans are doing is, they're not favourites. They should still be favourites, but I think they know they're going to crumble. I think they know they're going to do what Arsenal did last season.
You're top of the league, so how can we be the favourites? You're now top of the league.
Can I tell you the reason why?
You just said you're not going to lose. You just said you're not going to lose your games, Lee.
Hold on, Carl. Let me do with him.
Can I tell you the reason why? Can I tell you?
Lee, hold on, yeah, cool. Because I got my pots and pans ready for this one. Go on.
The reason why is because, as an Arsenal fan, I think that we're going to do something really incredible in the league. But most other fans, even as Trap said, everybody else thinks that we're going to drop points against maybe Man United, against Aston Villa, or against who was the other team? There was one more team that we got to play. Oh yeah, Spurs away, right? I think that's what everybody thinks. So by logic, you guys have been saying you've got the easiest running. That's what everybody's been saying. So why all of a sudden should Arsenal now be favourites? Because you've got the easiest running.
We were made the favourites because we were top of the league, not because of our running. Football isn't just played on paper.
No.
And remember,
no. You were made favourite.
Hold on. Teams that are fighting for their life. Teams. You'd rather play a team in the middle of the table than the bottom half of the table right now, just because teams are simply fighting for their life. See, football's not played on paper, Lee. Secondly, the fact are you going to conform to the avoid expectation, seek validation prototype? Are you going to conform to that? Because when we're top of the league, we are called the favourites. Now that you are top of the league, you're not. You're taking something else. What I'm saying, I've just said to you. If in terms, I think in the grand scheme, everybody should be still looking at Liverpool to be top of that, so to be favourites, because this is one game, as Trap said, and you guys can't just now fall off and say, just because you've drawn a game that all of a sudden you're not favourites. You just had a monologue as to how we're not that good. You've spoken about how great Arsenal are, and you've given a monologue as to how Liverpool are. You literally sat them on our You sat there and said that we barely made, we can't. I'm not talking. Monts, you're talking about two different things. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about everybody else. I believe everybody else should still be saying, Liverpool are the favourites because you've got the easiest run to the end. And everybody keeps saying, I'm not talking about me. So stop talking about me.
Yeah, but they ain't, though, man. They haven't got the easiest run now. Man, if you look at Man City have got the easiest run realistically.
No, hold on, traps. Why are we now changing the rhetoric? Everybody kept saying.
No. Everybody kept saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, yeah, but I'm saying all I'm saying.
Traps. Let me just finish my sentence. Traps. Let me just finish my sentence.
Hold on.
Before this game, everybody kept saying if they win today against Man United, they're going to win the league. That's what everybody kept saying. So everybody kept putting Liverpool on this pedestal, saying that they've got the easiest running to the end of the season. This is not a lie. This is genuine truth. So now you're saying to me, because they've drawn one game, that now Arsenal, who are on level 1 points with them, who everybody kept saying that they're going to drop points against Spurs, they're going to drop points against Aston Villa. We've seen it all in the comments, and you've seen that we're going to drop points against possibly Man United away. That all of a sudden now that we're now clear favourites. I don't think that's the case. I think I think everybody looks at Liverpool and thinks that they're going to fall off. That's the reason why they're trying to cover their back. That's the reason why.
I'm not saying that, yeah. What I'm saying is that I don't think Liverpool fans have any right to be conceding the title right now, because the truth is,
of course, and that's what that's the thing. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. They're going to concede the title.
Crystal Palace, You beat Crystal Palace 4-5-0. Yeah, you're level on points, and the goal difference goes down to like 4. Yeah, so at the end of the day, there's no excuse for you to be saying I still think it's in every. I don't think it's in. I wouldn't say it's in. Well, no, it's effectively it still is in their hands, but at the same time,
why are we doing
that
that past the parcel? Hold on. Why are we doing that?
I think everybody still is in. It's still in everyone's hands, isn't it? I don't think it's in someone's hands specifically.
No.
It's in Liverpool's hands just as much as it's in Arsenal's hands.
Fuck this. Because when it's Liverpool are top, it's in Liverpool's hands. But when it's Arsenal, we don't want to put it in their hands. When it's City, do you know what? Let's not put it in their hands. We don't like the pressure. We don't want the pressure. Don't put the pressure on me. I'd rather be second. If I'm putting pressure on No. Just show the same energy. That's all I ask.
Look at it like this.
Show the same energy. If you look at it like this, Arsenal win all their games, they should win the league. It's as simple as that. It is in Arsenal's hands, just like how before today it was in Liverpool's hands.
If you look at it like this, if Liverpool win all their games, and score more goals, than Arsenal this season for the rest of the season, scoring more goals, say they score 10 more goals in them, they win the league, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Arsenal, they keep going now, they could keep going to the end of the season, they win the league, right?
Right.
So you both got challenges away from each other to complete, yeah? So as long as you complete them challenges, you can win the league. So it's in Arsenal's hands just as much as in Liverpool's hands.
It's not.
At the same time, all this argument that's going on, I do feel if any one of these lot give up any space to City, they're taking it. That's what I think.
Listen, it was in our hands. We fucked up today. We can still
shouldn't even know extra point. You dive at the end, man.
All it is that I don't like one rhetoric for one club and another rhetoric for another. Stop babying these pricks that live in North London, bro. Stop babying them. We're babying them, bro. Stop babying them. It's in their hands, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pressure. Arsenal are a top team now. Fucking act like it. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking everywhere but where they're going. Fucking act like it, because it's getting sick. No, hold on. It's getting silly now, because you can't have a rhetoric for Arsenal while they speak so highly of their club. Most goals, most conceded, best defensive partnership. You talk about how Klopp speaks about his team. Think about how Arsenal fans speak about their team. How can you say all these positive outlets about your team and still celebrate a draw at City and then celebrate not being the favourites, even though you're top of the league? It doesn't make any sense. And it's not called being rattled. I'm just showing a bit of passion. I'm just putting my foot down. Like, that's dead.
Months.
That is dead.
Months. You know you're shouting for no reason. Nobody's saying Arsenal shouldn't have. Hold on, you're shouting for no reason. Nobody's saying Arsenal shouldn't be, in a position where they should win the league. I'm simply saying to you, if you look at the positions of the teams that you're going up against, the fact you're in Europa League, you have easier games to play. Wait,
it's fine. You're not the favourites.
You have to listen.
You're not the favourites. You're not the favourites.
I think if you don't would have lost today, then yeah. But right now, I just feel that you two have got both objectives that you've got can win the league.
Bro, they just keep running. Bro, how about this? I still think I'm winning the league, but I know I'm not the favourites right now.
You are the favourites.
What?
Oh yeah,
you're 1 point ahead. You're 1 point ahead of City, and you've got a better fixture list. So easily, you're the favourites. Bookies would say
that's all I'm saying.
You know what? That's fine. Football's playing okay.
I'm not.
All I'm saying.
Arsenal are just as much the favourites as Liverpool.
Yeah. Let me just say one thing.
Let me lost. Arsenal would have been the favourites, but Arsenal.
Let me just say what I'm saying.
Go and beat Crystal Palace 5-0. It's a different talk. It's a different film.
Let me just say what I'm saying. Let me just say what I'm saying. You're proving my point, Monts. You're literally saying if you had won today, that you would have. Everybody believes that Liverpool would have gone on. Why? There's only one reason: because you have the easier fixture list. So all we're saying to you is you can't just drop off. We still think that you're in a very good position, just like Arsenal. But when you look at it, you can drop points. We can drop points quite clearly against our rivals, which are Spurs and Man United. That could quite conceivably happen.
Do you know what I think?
Whereas for you, whereas for Liverpool, okay, fine. No, that's fine. Okay, fine. So does City. City have an easier run as well. So City and yourself, but the reason why is because we're a point ahead of them, and so are you. But when you look at it, the fact that you've got Fulham away, I think you've got Everton away, you've got Wolves away. Yes, they're difficult, but they're not as difficult as some of the fixtures that we have.
They're trying to make our Everton's a tough fixture, bro.
No, but you have to give it to them because they've struggled.
You know what?
Nothing I say.
Listen,
I just see right now is going to stop you, man, from Bailey and us.
It's squeaky bum time right now, yeah? It's squeaky bum time right now. And these men are shook, both of them, yeah? They're shook right now, yeah? So
I'm not sure.
They just want to give, at the end of it, they just know what no one's telling around to say they bottled it. So that's what they're trying to give the whole hot potato thing to say, at the end, we didn't bottle it because we weren't the favourites. This is what this is all about.
Traps. I've consistently said we must from January, bro. I said there's no excuse not to win the league. Literally the other day, I'm consistently saying there's no excuse not to win the league. I still think we can still win the league now. But anyone who's saying the league title's done is deluded. That's delusion. That's straight delusion, innit? Again, if you ask any Liverpool fan from the start of the season with their expectations, would you take being on 71 points in game week with 7 games to go and be 9 goals of goal difference of Arsenal and a point ahead of City? Any Liverpool fan would sit here and bite your hand off. Yeah, but objectives change. I want this title, and I believe Liverpool must. Yeah, but as I said, I've come to the fact that I've concluded that what most people are going to do, including their own fan base, going to sit here and baby Arsenal when the stakes are on their side and it's favourable to them. People are just going to baby Arsenal and alleviate the pressure of them because they hate pressure.
Damn right, I will. Damn right, I will. And I'll do it.
There's not many of them that can sit here and say we must win the league or rare-tear. We are the favourites right now. We are top of the league. We are favourites. The only team who can be top. Like, how can you say? Oh, if I say we're joint top, you're gonna go, no, we're not joint top. We're first. But then at the same time, say we're not the favourites. It's stupidness.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep
City are the favourites, man.
It's ridiculous.
City are the favourites, man. They'll take that.
Yeah, but anyways, we're like one like off of 400. Just let my I'm a bit OCD with that. So if you don't mind, just pressing that like button. But we're gonna end it there, anyways. This is gonna go over to a gal's channel who's running up Arsenal buying preview. So let's see what we can clip up there. Other than that, big up Cal from Coppish, big up Guna Lee, obviously Big Six Bants, Monts and Traps, and obviously Deji was here not too long ago. But yeah, man, do smash a like on the way up. Much appreciated. Big up to all the super chatters and everyone that's supporting. And yeah, man, we're gonna run it up again tomorrow. This time, let's see what Lewis has to say. It's gonna be peak.